First, I want to apologize for recording this on my Mac again. You see, I cannot find my flip cam, and I'm too lazy to go get my real camera. So, in essence, this video has already failed. I also want to point out the fact that I don't look exactly myself. I might even look like I will read your palm or tell you that you are going to die in the future. But I am what I am today. I have my reasons for doing this. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they're in there somewhere. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about how the Beatles have influenced my wardrobe and how you can have a Beatle influence in your wardrobe. I am in no way an expert on this. I'm just going to be talking about what I've done with my clothes and how I found things. As strange as it may be to look at me, I think this video will be interesting for both male and female because this just doesn't apply to female clothing. Obviously, the Beatles were men and I am a woman, so for me to do this is quite strange. But bear with me because here we go. My first article of clothing is what I like to call my Shea Stadium jacket. It is nowhere near the actual jacket that probably costs like $1,000 for God's sakes. But here it is. As you see, I've already bought the pin. It was about $12. I'll link you to a website that sells them below. Very cheap, but very believable. This jacket doesn't have the pockets that the actual Shea Stadium jacket had, but it does have the interesting collar, which is straight. It's kind of Asian, actually, in my opinion. For those of you who aren't as quick at picking things up in my videos, I wore this in a previous video where I talked about 1964. This is by Massimo, which I believe I bought at Target many, many years ago. At this point in the video, I'm talking about clothing that are pretty damn close to the actual clothing that the Beatles wore at different points in their lives. If you want to get the John Lennon military jacket, they exist. I think I got this one at LF. It's got stars, a Velcro patch for putting your name, which I haven't done yet, but I think that would be awesome. It's got all the pockets and all the cool doodads that one would expect on a military jacket. This one is one of my favorites because it took me a while to find, and I knew what I wanted, and this is the closest thing that I could find to Paul's Magical Mystery Tour sweater vest. It's not exact, but it has the color red, it's got shapes, it's definitely from the 60s. It's really well made. It didn't smell when I got it, which is exciting. I bought it off of eBay for about $12 as well. And when I got it, I was super excited. And I often pair this with a white button-up shirt with the collar. This is actually a man's sweater vest. And I can almost pull it off, but not quite. So as you can see, the past 3 things I've shown you have been unisex items. This next section I'm going to talk about details that are very reminiscent of Beatles style. This jacket is very military. It's got shoulder pads, it's got buttons, the decals that run across, kind of like military band jacket. Very Sgt. Peppery, if you ask me. This is an Annalise Jacobson from London. If you're not wanting to go all the way with a military jacket, if that's a little bit too masculine, you can always go for a cute little jacket with copper and silver details. This is a 3/4 length sleeve. It's by Olsen Boy, which I got at JCPenney's. Pretty cheap, but it gives that military feel while being feminine. This is another Sgt. Pepper inspired jacket. It's black, it's got the buttons all the way down, but it's also got that same collar. This is by Periscope. Last in the military category, which, my god, I have so much, this simple t-shirt. Again, it's got the stitching and the buttons. Very cool. One of my favorite t-shirts. These next two blouses are a mixture of Sgt. Pepper and of the Beatles' time in India. This beading is very reminiscent of the Beatles' time in India. This is from BCBG Max's area. I don't like the color. It washes me out, sadly. If it was in another color, I would have gladly got it. It's a very comfortable shirt, but the details of the shiny beading is what got me. And last but not least, this has been described to me as Sgt. Pepper in India. This is something I can only wear in the summer, unfortunately. This is my Sgt. Pepper, Ringo, and India tunic. As you can see, the beautiful detailing is extremely Indian, I hope. I knew when I saw it I had to have it because it was just so Beatle. For another idea that is quite unique and calls on early Beatles style is a skinny black tie. For men, this is a simple thing to do at work or if you go out on a date. For women, it's a little different. If you wear this out, people will notice that you're wearing a tie. But if you get one and you use it, you learn how to tie a tie, which not many girls can do, and actually not many guys can do either, from what I've learned. This tie I got for cheap online. You can find them anywhere. It can go with a cute button-up with a collar. That's what I would wear it with. I guess you could also wear it with boyfriend jacket and wear it loose. I would have given you a fashion show, but I feel that talking and showing my clothes at the same time might be a little difficult. So as you can see through the clothing I've shown you, just taking a little bit of time to look at specific details of the Beatles styles over the years, you can choose clothing that is reminiscent of those. It's really fun to put something very subtle in your wardrobe that expresses your love or your fascination for something. I felt it was time to get the clothes out of my closet. And no, this isn't my real hair, if you can't tell by the shininess of it. It is a wig. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have to do this again. So, as strange as